Whenever we talk about bridge construction, the first country that many people think of is China. Indeed, China has made outstanding achievements in bridge construction. It has not only built the world's longest cross-sea bridge, the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macao Bridge, but also built the world's highest bridge, the Beipanjiang Bridge. What is even more remarkable is that China not only builds bridges at home, but also actively participates in overseas bridge construction. For example, the Peljesac Bridge, which China assisted Croatia in building, was officially opened to traffic in 2022. This bridge not only solves the traffic problem between Croatia and the Peljesac Peninsula, but also promotes the development of maritime transportation. But did you know? When Bangladesh planned to invest $3.6 billion to build a bridge, more than a dozen countries leading in bridge construction expressed interest in cooperation. However, after field visits, engineers from the United States and the United Kingdom found that the construction of this project was extremely difficult and bluntly stated that it would take at least 30 years to complete. Due to the high time cost, these countries withdrew from the project one after another. In the end, Bangladesh chose to cooperate with China. So, can China overcome many difficulties and successfully help Bangladesh successfully build this bridge this time? After flowing through India, the Ganges enters the northwest of Bangladesh, continues to flow southeast, and finally splits into several tributaries and flows into the Bay of Bengal. The most important tributary is called the Padma River. The Padma River is known as the water of life of Bangladesh, but it divides Bangladesh into two parts, southwest and northeast. In the past, only the upper reaches of the Padma River had road bridges and railway bridges, while the lower reaches had long been unable to build bridges due to the wide river channel, fast currents and frequent floods. Therefore, if residents of Bangladesh want to go from Haratapur to the capital Dhaka, they can only take a ferry, which usually takes 1 to 2 hours. However, during the high tides in the rainy season in July and August every year, it takes at least 7 or 8 hours to cross the river, or even longer, and it is very dangerous. In order to change this situation, Bangladesh decided to build a bridge in 2014. The bridge is called the Padma Bridge, located about 40 kilometers southwest of Dhaka, across the Padma River, with a total investment of $3.6 billion. The bridge is 22 meters wide and 6.15 kilometers long, making it the longest cross-river bridge on the Ganges. The design of the Padma Bridge is unique and advanced. It adopts a double-layer steel truss structure. The upper layer is a two-way 4-lane highway with a design speed of up to 100 kilometers per hour. The lower layer is a single-track railway with a design speed of 120 kilometers per hour. This design makes the bridge reach the world's advanced level in terms of carrying capacity and traffic efficiency. Unfortunately, in the past decade or so, Bangladesh has focused on economic development, resulting in its industrial strength being very backward and unable to build this bridge. In order to achieve the connection between the two sides as soon as possible, Bangladesh decided to seek international cooperation. At that time, more than a dozen countries leading in bridge construction expressed strong interest, including technological powers such as the United States and the United Kingdom. In order to win this cooperation project, countries have shown their chips. The United States promised to provide low-interest loans to alleviate Bangladesh's economic pressure. The United Kingdom is willing to provide the most advanced bridge construction technology to ensure the quality and safety of the bridge. Just as these countries were preparing to reach cooperation with Bangladesh, their engineers found through field investigations that the construction difficulty of the Padma Bridge was the most difficult in the century. After discussion, they came to the conclusion that the project could not be completed without more than 30 years, and the time cost was too high, so they had to give up their cooperation intention. So, how difficult is the construction of this bridge? Due to natural conditions, the river channel swings greatly, severe weather occurs frequently, and the bottom of the riverbed is mostly silt, and the rocks are buried 8 kilometers below, making it difficult for the bridge pier pile foundation to be stable. The riverbed of the Padma River is composed of extremely fine sand and soil, with a depth of more than 150 meters. Under the action of the water flow, these fine sands will become quicksand, and the iron anchors of large floating cranes are often buried in the quicksand and cannot be pulled out. During the flood season, the water flow rate of the main river channel reaches 4.6 meters per second, which directly affects the arrangement of steel beam erection. To make matters worse, the construction channel is often changed due to siltation, the riverbed is constantly changing, and dredging must be carried out irregularly during the construction process. On the other hand, due to the scarcity of resources in Bangladesh, the materials and equipment required for the project need to be transported to the site from home and abroad, involving the coordination of more than 10 international companies, and the organization of construction resources is extremely difficult. It is worth mentioning that although these problems have frightened countries such as the United Kingdom and the United States, China has risen to the challenge. In the end, Bangladesh chose to cooperate with China. China started construction of the Padma Bridge on December 12, 2015, and completed the main bridge closure on October 10, 2020. So how did China overcome these difficulties and help Bangladesh build the Padma Bridge? In order to ensure that the main piers can stand firmly in the water, the Chinese team used 6 super-giant steel piles with a diameter of 3 meters, a length of 120 meters, and a weight of 550 tons on each main pier. The slope of these steel piles reached 1:6, like the 6 legs of a stool, firmly supporting the backbone of the bridge. This is a major innovation in the history of Chinese bridge construction and the deepest bridge steel pipe inclined pile in the world. In order to drive these steel piles 120 meters deep under the riverbed, the Chinese team specially manufactured the world's second most powerful hydraulic pile hammer at the time. This pile hammer has undergone 10 dismantling and major maintenance, and the cumulative number of hammering is as high as 2.6 million times, which exceeds the total number of hammering of steel piles in any bridge construction project in the world. Due to the harsh environment in Bangladesh, the main bridge of the bridge adopts a 150-meter span steel truss structure, and the entire span of the steel beam weighs 3,200 tons. In order to efficiently complete the beam erection task, China Railway Major Bridge Engineering Group Company, Limited independently developed the Tianyiho beam transport and erection integrated ship with a lifting capacity of 3,600 tons. This equipment is like a dexterous giant, which steadily places the steel beams weighing 2,000 cars on the top of the pier, and accurately connects the steel beams to each component through precise hangers and mobile equipment. So, what changes will the Padma Bridge bring to Bangladesh after it is opened to traffic? In 2022, the Padma Bridge will be officially opened to traffic, completely changing the transportation mode between the 21 districts in southern Bangladesh and the capital Dhaka. In the past, residents in these areas relied on ferries to travel, but now this journey has been shortened by leaps and bounds. Crossing the river, which originally took 7 to 8 hours, now only takes 10 minutes. The opening of the bridge to traffic has not only greatly improved the freshness and survival rate of seafood and other commodities produced in the southwest waters, but also brought a more stable income guarantee to surrounding fishermen. Preliminary estimates show that the Padma Bridge will bring about 1.5% growth to Bangladesh's GDP every year, benefiting more than 80 million people. The completion of this bridge has also added an important link to the Pan-Asian Railway and Asian Highway networks, becoming a key node of the Bangladesh-China-India-Myanmar Economic Corridor. With the commissioning of the bridge, Bangladesh's overall integration level will be significantly improved, thereby making greater contributions to the prosperity and development of South Asia and other regions around the world.